In The Phantom Menace, we all know the devastating ending to Qui Gon Jinn, one of my favorite characters. Darth Maul saw the opening, and he took it, and he killed him. Now, if only Obi Wan had been there to intervene the strike that Maul dealt and save his master before he died, things would have been very different. Qui Gon would have gone on to train Anakin, and things would have just been completely changed. Obi Wan's skill was immense, there's no denying that. One of his main uses of the Force was his ability to use Force speed, like we saw him use many times in the beginning of the film, mainly to get away from the droidekas. So why didn't he use it here to save his master? There is indeed a somewhat Legends explanation for you guys today, so this video is based on that, as well as some other theories and knowledge that I may have. The first and most obvious thing to get out of the way is that yes, it's poor plot armor. Qui-Gon needed to die to advance the story and connect it into the originals. Now, in universe answers, first we can assume that Obi-Wan didn't want to distract his master, perhaps, for even a second by running up behind him when fighting Maul in such a confined space. The slightest deviation from focusing on his attack and defense could have been taken to Obi-Wan coming up behind him or coming around him, and it could have revealed an opening for Maul to even attack and kill him, possibly, in that split second. The other explanation, which is the one that I'm going to be going with in this video, is from the book Jedi vs. Sith: The Essential Guide to the Force. In there, it strictly states that Force speed is a power that has a high drain and requires a longer recovery period than other Force powers. So Obi-Wan was harnessing his Force energy. The usage of Force powers isn't infinite. The user eventually maxes out and gets tired. Just like us humans can't run for a really long time or do activities forever. For example, Yoda uses immense power to hold the pillar of iron and cement from falling on Anakin and Obi-Wan in Episode 2. He also looks like he's using an extreme amount of energy on Dagobah to lift Luke's X-Wing from the swamp. I mean, unless you're Sidious and you're a top-tier Sith Lord showing off your unlimited powers, then the Force doesn't really work like that for typical users, especially not Padawans like Obi-Wan here. He just used a huge amount of Force energy to fight Maul, protect himself from falling crazy heights, and then used more of the Force to leap back up to the platform. Using speed at this point might impede his ability to fight Maul with all of his strength in the Force, saving his speed to fight the Zabrak. He didn't take into account that the beams would close him off from being able to join his master. He probably figured that he'd make it there shortly. And he was right, except for the fact that those beams cut him off like a red light at a stop. The result, well, we all saw what happened with Qui-Gon at the end.